Hi everyone, trust we are doing good. How have you been? It's been a while. I uploaded a video and I want to upload a video regarding one of my recent projects I created for a client. That's a product animation. I will play it right now for you to see if you haven't seen it before. So this is the scene in Blender. When the client reached out to me, they sent a couple of stuff to me, their products, their designs. All these designs are on their website, so you can check it out. So they sent it to me for me to use as a guide of what they want to talk about, what they want to show, and everything. So, and even a video of the product itself so that I can model it accurately as possible. Then we have the references they shared with me. One the Chinese product video, and they want something better than this. That was the word. They want something that could be like this, but much more better. That was what the client said. I will not play this video as it is long. It's long, and yeah. So, and also they shared that they love Ray-Ban products, Ray-Ban Meta AI glasses. So I went to Instagram, to see what the client said they actually love, and so they want a bit of something that is aesthetically pleasing and functional at the same time, not just, if you look at this Ray-Ban, it's not talking more about the functions, it's not talking about the a lot of benefits to the users, but they like the aesthetic of their animation and all those things. So I went ahead to check every of their videos, and every of their videos, and put together a mood board, and to also see what they are doing that I could actually do differently, not to look exactly like their brand. And I also, went ahead to get a couple of just ordinary um glasses animation just to see how it is and what is widely acceptable, you know and how I could actually do something good and still not so lean towards what everybody has done before. You understand? So yeah, that was what I basically did. I don't know why this one is not playing very well, and that's one of it. Then after I have done that, I went ahead to get. Sorry, let me move this to this side. I went ahead to get. Um, I went ahead to put together a mood board, then a storyboard. I won't be able to show you that right now, but the storyboard was something similar to what I did in my, what was it called, Jupiter project. If you've not checked, if you check my Behance, I have the project there. And let me go to where it is. So you see, this is the mood board for this, and look at what I did for storyboard for this particular project. I just picked some of images from the some of the frames of what I wanted to show, and I, you know, use it as a guide with some text and everything, so that I'll be able, because this particular project was a project that was supposed to be delivered as fast as possible. And yeah, so when I want to do project that has a tight deadline, I go that route. So I went ahead to model this in Blender after gathering everything, and that was how everything came to be. And then, a lot of, I would say there was a lot of work that was put into the modeling and making it accurate. And that's the first thing. Then after that, I went ahead to go with my first scene, what I pictured in my mind, which was like creating something whereby something is being formed. So I want the glasses to be formed, but I didn't want to go with exploded view, and I had to go with this simulation whereby the frame is displaced, then comes together. It's more of like a melted plastic kind of idea, then comes together to form the frame. And that was what I did, and this was done using geometry nodes. And yeah, so I'll just go to the node editor to show you. This is the geometry nodes. So what I have here is, let me just change it to wireframe. What I have here is I turn the mesh to volume, then volume to mesh. Then I was able to use set position to displace every point, on the mesh using a noise texture, which is serving as the displacement. I will not explain all this to you, but these are somewhat of something that helps me to get the results that I'm looking for, more of like a guide. Then I baked it. I baked the simulation, shaded it smooth. Then I went ahead to, texture it. So the texturing, then the animation. You see, my animation was basically camera movement, but I'll get there. So the texturing is just this. Let me go to the shader editor. So we have the texturing, just two shaders. This one is the basic one, just driving the milky kind of feel with full subdivision surface turned on and reference as 0.443. Then we have the second one, which just is just the plastic, the black plastic with the logo of the brand logo on it. So what I did was I mixed them together, then used a gradient texture to drive the revealing of the material as the displaced mesh is forming together. It's forming the final product. Then I used this gradient texture. You see it here. While using the ramp, as the drive. I'll show you. I use the ramp as the drive. You see. So I use the ramp as a drive to be able to get what I wanted, and I use it as a factor for the shader. So same thing was used for the logo also. You see that when the logo is revealing, with it also reviews with the textures. Yes, just like that. Because I discovered that if you don't do it that way, the logo just appears out of the blue, boom, and it doesn't really make sense and it's not interesting enough. So that was basically that. And what I have here is just my lighting. My lighting is just six lighting, and even one of the lighting is not even doing anything. It's just there because while I was doing this, you see a lot of lighting. I was just trying different lighting methods that I feel could work. Then I chose the best one that I saw that fits the scene, which was using all these. We have the three area lights. You see, one is here. We have one here, feeding the below, and this one filling the top here. If I turn them off, you see their work. You see, this one is filling this one is filling the body. While this one gives it a kind of like a brighter. So I love to have control over it. That's why this light here could have done what this one is doing, but it will be too much. So I had to add this one to kind of like reduce the intensity compared to the other one, to kind of like add to it. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So it has to, instead of me to make this one 1000 as stretch, I just add two, which is going to be 500, 500, and then it gives me this subtle feeling on the mesh there. And then we have the rim light. You might not see much of the rim light right now, but okay, you can even see it here. But when you get to the plastic side, you might see it doing the work, doing some of its work. So basically, that's what happens in this scene. The camera is just moving from this angle to this angle. That's all. And I have my, graph editor, and you see that it started from this end. This end is kind of like slower, and then it begin to slope down because I knew that I'm going to reverse the frames. Because if you look at it, it's the animation is like the product is from already formed shape, then it's getting displaced. So and what I wanted was it being displaced, then you understand, then forming the main product. So I had to reverse it, and that showed in my animation for the camera because it started slow, then gradually fast to the end. So that was what I did, and that was that. Then I rendered it out, and my render settings is just 128 samples, and I have 1920 by 1920 and nothing else. And yeah, because of I was working with glass, that was why I went fully like this. You understand, in the next scenes while I went with this. And yeah, so basically that's my scene. And this one is just medium high contrast. Nothing else. That's all. Then I just rendered it out on a transparent background, which I will show you how I coupled everything together later. And that was all for this particular frame. So in the next video, I'll be showing you the probably two frames, two scenes, and you'll be able to see more of the things I did. So this is already past, it's past 10 minutes. So thank you very much. for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.